Hello and welcome to lesson number 10. In this lesson we're going to work on some grading and feature lines. And these are basically how you grade a site. If you want to get a bit advanced in what I'm going to talk about, go find this file in one of my video called Site Design. But for now, let's go ahead and back up and no, not that one. Let's download this file right here. The link is down below the description, and we're going to go ahead and work with this. Okay, now you downloaded it. Go ahead and zoom into this. You see right here, there's a bunch of polyline of the basketball court or tennis court, and then there's a baseball field right here. Let's zoom into this baseball polyline field right here. Okay, so from here, go up to from Home tab, go to Create Design Panel. From there, find the feature line, which is right there. Once you click on feature line, click Create Feature Line, and you come up to here, and the first one, it says Site. Select the school Site A, and then go ahead and check the name, and then type in baseball field or baseball or whatever you want to name it, and accept all the default. Click OK. So now we're going to go ahead and select the first point, and we're going to go around this perimeter, and we're going to put elevation on these polyline. You start out from right here, this point right there, and click on it, and it says specify elevation. Let's type S for surface. If you look at down the command down here, it says specify elevation or surface. So we're going to go ahead and type S for surface and hit enter. And now we're going to tell the computer from the surface of IDG, and we're going to click the relative elevation surface. We're going to say, okay, this point that we're just going to be selected is going to be about 6 inch or half a foot, 0.5 feet higher than the surrounding. So we're going to click OK. Then we're going to go select the next one right there, the next point, which is point number 2. Click on it. And then it says specify the either down bottom. Look at the bottom right here. It's asking you to specify grade, slope, elevation, difference, surface, transition. Let's type in D for difference and hit enter. And then we're going to say, okay, the difference is about 0. So type in 0 and hit enter. So basically flat from here to there. Now we're going to come in down here, go to the next point, which is way down right there. That's be point number 3. So select point number 3, click it. Again, now you have to specify the command down below right here. And let's this time select the grade. You can click it, or you can just even type G. Either way is fine. So I'm going to type G for grade and hit enter. And now it's telling me what is the grade percentage. So I'm going to make 2%. So what I'm saying basically, from this point up to here is only 2% pitch. So I'll type 2, hit enter. Okay. Now it's asking me for the next point. Because this is going straight and then it's going to go arc around, so let's find out where the tangents end. Okay, if you go ahead and move your move out a little bit on your line and move it up and down, and you can see where the square shows up, that's the tangent line. So I'm going to click right there at that point right there. And then it says specify grade or slope or elevation. Let's this time use transition. So I'm going to type T for transition and hit enter. So basically what we did right now, we typed transition, telling the computer, okay, we don't want to put elevation on this point for right now. This is a transition. So it will allow you to do that. So you can defer it for now. And now I'm going to type in A for arc and hit enter. and I can have an arc. So I'm going to go ahead and find the next point, which is right, it will tell you what it is, right there, see it? Right there. I'll click on point, that'll be point number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's a point number 5. Click on point 5, right there. Okay, and now we're going to do nothing. It's asking you which one you want. Just hit enter. You basically tell the computer, okay, let's go with the default of transition. Okay, now we did that. Because we're still in the arc mode, let's get rid of this arc. Type in L, okay, for line, L, enter, and now I'm a straight line. I'm going to go back, find the last point right here, point number 6, click on that. Okay, and it's going to ask you what do you want. Let's use grade. You can collect grade here, or you can hit G for enter, doesn't matter. So I'm going to just hit grade, and ask you what's the grade's going to be. So I'm going to say the grade's going to be minus 3, enter, 3%. Basically, I told the computer from all the way here to here, it's a minus 3%. All right. So now we want to close the gap from here. Instead of going like this, just type in C and hit enter, and it closed the gap. Okay. So there's our feature line. We have a grade on it. So now select the feature line we just selected, right? Did work on it. Kind of go ahead, highlight it, and click on it. And then you see the ribbon on top changes. And we can select the edit elevation, and which is this right here, elevation editor. Let's click on that. And you see all the triangle right here. Let me move this out of the way so you can see it. See all the triangle? All the triangle we have, those the point that we selected. And in here it shows that all the point we selected. And I put a station on it from 0 to 27 feet, and it went down so far, and we graded this. You can go ahead from here, change grade if you want. And one of the things we can do up here, see right here it says this one, insert elevation point. Let me move this out of the way from another screen. And now look at here, this is point 1, point 2, point 3, point 4, point 5. Let's put an elevation between these 2 points here. So up here it says insert elevation point. Click on that, and then we can select a point along this line here. You see it? It will allow us wherever you want to go. So you can go ahead and select a point, say halfway through here, click enter, and you can enter the elevation 246 here. Now if we go back in here, we'll click on this, and we can see our point, but that point right here, let me get this out of the way. You can see that point right there, it shows as a circle, the other one's shown as a triangle. And if you come back to our elevation editor, we can see there's a circle right there. You can go ahead and add other points to this and have fun with it. But let me just show you how you make this stuff here. Let's go back to this one right here. No, I lied. This one here. No, I lied again. I meant this one. And let's go ahead and just make a tennis court here. You already have this on your, if you've been following my video, or you can just go ahead and use the link down below and download this one again. So if I go ahead and use line command right here, just gonna use this square line command right there, and let's just put our tennis court here. No measurement for now, just for fun. So we make something like that, and click it, and let's highlight this. I don't like the color, and then right click, go to property, and let's change the color right here to, that's good, green is good. And then let's go ahead and put a line in the middle of it, or a circle right here. Just put a circle right here. Alright, and again highlight it, change the color. I'm going to go ahead and make a straight line for one right here, center. That's almost center, not quite, but click that, highlight it again. You can change your color. This center this circle here. Grab this circle, make them right there. Perfect. And we can even put an arc in here. Let's just type A. Okay, let's go ahead and type A, and that's for arc. And I'll just put an arc in here for fun. Something like that. And go ahead and, just like previous exercise, grade this all the way across and put your own grade on it and have fun. Alright, let's go ahead and continue with this drawing that we had. Zoom into right here. This is the baseball field. Remember, we made the feature line right here. Let's go ahead and put some grading outside of the feature, outside of this baseball field. If you look at this picture, this is a baseball field. The line that we have is basically right there, edge of the grass, and you want to make a buffer, like a 10 feet buffer, so for a vehicle going around or people walking around here. Then beyond that, you want to create like a slope, maybe 1.5 to 3 to 1, and then grade it out to daylight it out. So that's what we're going to work on. Coming back in here, whoops, right, where am I going? Right here. Okay. So come up here from a home tab, go to grading right here, click grading, create grading tool, and you have this toolbox opening up. And when you look at this toolbox, go to the far left. It says set grading group right here. Set grading group, click on that, and you have this dialog box opening up. And let's go ahead with the school site A and click OK. In this new dialog box window, we want to go ahead and make sure that not to check the automatic surface creation for now. And then we can go ahead and name it. It's a baseball field, so I'm going to say baseball sport field. Just leave it like the way it is. And accept all the default and click OK. Then we're going to come back to this window again. So now this time go to this tool right here, which is a set target surface. Click on that, and then we're going to go ahead and use the surface that we've been working with, which was IDG. Click that and hit OK. Now here in this toolbox, there's this grade creation. Make sure you go to a grade to distance. Once you have grade to distance, come up here to the right where it says create grade and click that, and then it prompts you where do you want to do. So let's select this feature line that we created. See right there? Okay, select that, and then pick a point outside of here. Remember, we still want a 10-foot buffer out here like we saw the picture. So I'm going to go out here, click anywhere, and then it says apply to entire length. Yes, I want to go around the whole perimeter. And then now it's asking you what distance do you want. So I'm going to type in 10 and hit enter. Then I ask you, is this a grade or a slope? Well, we're going to say, yeah, it's a grade. Click on grade. And then what grade you want to go ahead and have. Let's make it like a 3-4%. Let's say minus 4%. So type -4, enter. So now this line right here we created from here to here is 10 feet, and it's going down this way 4%. Let's press escape, get out of this mode. Coming back up here, set your grading creation tool to grade to relative elevation. So if I click down here, I have a grade to relative elevation. Click on that there, and then we're going to come back again, click this grading, create grading right here. Okay, and we come up with the tool prompt as where do you want to do. So we want to select this 10-foot buffer we just create. Okay, so we selected that blue line right here outside, and it's asking you yes, it's going to be yes. I'm going to click on yes or hit enter, same thing. Then after that it will type, it says what do you want for relative elevation. So let's make it -1.5, be less than the other one, and hit enter. Then it's asking it's going to be a slope or grade. Well, it's going to be a slope. And after that ask you if the slope, what is the slope? Normally the slope you want to have, it's going to be a gentle slope. You want to make it 3:1 or less. So it should be 3:1, 4:1, or even 6:1, better. So let's just go with the 3:1 right here. I'm going to type in -3. The computer is pretty smart, understand what I mean. -3, enter. So that's a 3:1, and hit escape. So what we did right here, we created another, we said, okay, from here to here it's going to be 3:1 slope. So whatever they will take us, it will deal out right here. Coming back to the grade, the toolbox right here, I mean grading tool, creation tool. Let's click grade to surface right there. Okay, and then come back and hit grade, create grade. Then we end up with that line. So let's select the most outside one right there. Okay, we select the most outside one and hit yes. It says grade or slope, we're going to accept slope. Okay, now we're going to say let's make it 1.5 to 1, say type in 1.5 to 1, 1.5, and enter, and computer will get it. There we go. And then it's asking you, is it going to be slope or grade? It's going to be a slope. Click on slope. All right. Now we're going to enter right here 1.5 again to finish the grading and close it out. Okay, hit escape for good luck. It's going to look like that right now. Save the drawing. Up here, just click save, and we're going to continue in a minute. Okay, let's continue with this. Now, select one of these diamond shape right here. Let me zoom in. See these diamond, either the red one or green one. Select one of them. When you do that, your ribbon up here changes. And once it does that, come up here where it says grading group property. There's two of them. Make sure you select grading group property. Click on that one. And you're going to have this dialog box and the information tab you can see right here. The name is, we've named it Sport Baseball Field, and select this right here, automatic surface creation. Then you're gonna have this dialog box open up. Yeah, the default is good. Let's click OK. And down here, that should be S&PI datum, and let's click OK. And we have something like this. It shows the grading we created. Let's select one of these contour line and then come up to the object viewer, if we can find it right there, object viewer. Click on that and can take a look at an object viewer. Go to either southwest or northwest, isometric view, and let's do the realistic, or let's see realistic how it look like. You see the baseball field, you can see the, if you zoom in, you can see the slope that we created. Another view you can do is gray, shaded gray, and it looks like that. Anyway, let's get out of here. Let's hit escape a couple of times. There we go. So let's come back into home from a home tab, and we're gonna go back to grading, and from a drop down menu, let's select grading infill, create grade infill. Okay, So now you want to pick a point in the middle of a baseball field right here and click. And you see you have that diamond shape right there. And let's click enter. Let's go ahead, see if you can select the original feature line. Remember this one right here we did? The original feature line we created at the beginning. Select that. And in the ribbon above, your ribbon should change. Let's click elevation editor. And you should have this window open up right here. Notice right here, everything has been selected. So if down arrow, down, up and down arrow, if I go ahead, I'm going to go up by 1 foot. And look at all these elevations right here. So if I click 1 foot, everything moved up by 1 foot. So let's come back twice. 1, 2. So we brought it down 1 more foot. And if you look at station 0, let's change that to 4 feet. Enter. Let's close this. And let's go look at the object viewer. Let's select object viewer. Click any one of these contour lines inside here and then select the object viewer. And you should see this. And if you're going to go ahead and look at the southwest isometric shade of gray, that's what you're going to see right here. Okay, let's see if we can calculate the balance to the volume of gradient group. Let's select any of these diamond shapes. Let's select this one right here. All right, now on here, when your ribbon change, click on gradient volume tool. Okay, that shouldn't be happening. Surface must be set in the gradient group property too. Let's see. Let's escape, double escape out of here. Go back to gradient tool. Create gradient tool. And from here it set the group, right? It set the gradient group. Okay, click on that. And we did that. We just set the gradient group and clicked OK. And click OK. Let's see if it works. Oops, now you. And come up here again. Let's click one more time. No, it's not working. Gradient group property. Click on that. And check the box here. That's already checked. Delete the surface. No. Cancel. So click back in here. And let's check this. Click apply. Okay. Let's try one more time. Let me escape out of here. Start this again. And go back to volume, gradient volume. Worked. So sometimes you end up in a Civil 3D. Yeah, I know. Tell me all about it. And Civil 3D, you have to go through this. And the best way when you get in a problem like just the way we got into, Civil 3D is incredible. They have an awesome, you type in Google and it will take you to the Autodesk site where people put in their issue and then how they solved it. Okay, let's go ahead and see if we can calculate the volume here. Click on this again, and I don't see anything. We can adjust this by going up and down. The entire whole surface rise up. We talked about that. But I don't see any quantity. Let's go to the property right here. See where is it? Okay, let's change this to IDG. Come on, and set up there and click apply. We're going to give us some quantity here. There we go, we have some quantity. We got to make sure when we click right here before we set the quantity, this should be 0. Okay, require volume 0. Click OK. And let's set this up to a 1. These can go up and down. I will change the elevation, the entire elevation by 1, and you see your quantity is going to change. Or you can go up. I'm going to let's change the elevation increment to 1 feet instead of -1. Here's your quantity fill. All right, and we'll see you in next lecture.